playoff changes this year. Is there anything in your creative juices that get flowing about playing around with the return possibilities of things that you can do that you weren't able to do previously?
Yeah, sure. We have looked at that with a really close eye. We're excited about it. We've been playing around with some different things that we hope to, roll out when regular season. Obviously, won't do anything in preseason, but preseason's pretty vanilla. But regular season, we fired up and ready for some things that we got. So yeah.
How valuable are the joint practices, and what are you hoping to see Friday against Miami?
Yeah, extremely valuable for coaches. Obviously, extremely valuable for players. They get to get evaluated by two staffs, two personnel staffs, two coaching staffs. Bring their A game. Also, that's also kind of like a game. Obviously, not a real game, but it's kind of like the intensity is going to be up. So we're fired up for it. And I know Miami is the same. So it'll be good coming up here soon.
Now that the college game and the pro game have different kick returns, what is the challenge for teaching rookies? What's different about this one? And is it any different of a challenge for you, teaching a couple of guys versus the entire team, which you had to teach last year when the new rule came into play?
Yeah, it's a good question. Always had to teach them. It used to be punt, where you had to teach them because the rules are different in college for punt. They're spread punt, so they can release at the line of scrimmage, whereas you can't do that in the NFL. So that was the main one you had to do, but now you got to do both. So it's been really good for those guys. It's enlightening for them. They like to learn a lot. We got a lot of good rookies that really want to know what to do and what their chances are of making it. So they've been engaged and locked in. And we quiz them on that stuff. We'll pop quiz them on stuff, make them watch league rules, videos that the league sends, all that stuff to educate them and get them ready to go. So we did a lot of that in the off season. Doing excellent. I mean, he was out there rocking and rolling, normal self, and happy to have him back out on the field. I know he's juiced about it. So
Is he at full go? Like no limitations with the back or anything?
yeah, coach can get into all the injury stuff on that, Courtney. But all I know is that he's on the field. And when he's on the field, I'm coaching him. So he was out there ready to rock and roll. So you guys saw him out there yesterday.
How did Luke do kind of filling in for him and taking on more responsibility while he was out?
Yeah, it was good for Luke, because that's how it happens in the game. Like, it can happen like that when your number's called or during the week or whatever. So it was a good experience for him because it happened on the whim for him. But he did a nice job. He did a nice job with some things in there he could get better at, things that I could get better at, things that all the players can get better at. But I think it was a good experience for him.
As far as the quizzes go, is there anybody that always stands out that knows the answers? You can never get them as far as stumping guys.
Rookie-wise or just anybody?
You can do both. Either way.
Somebody that's really always on the details of quizzes is Travis Homer. He's extremely competitive. He's always front and center on that stuff with the quizzes. To stay in the running back room with rookies, Kyle is extremely smart. He's extremely smart, and it's hard to get him as well. But he's on his details. So those are two to give you in the same room.
Getting back to the joint practices, what kind of interaction takes place between the coaches from the two different teams? You guys share information willingly, hesitatingly?
Yeah, I mean, you talk to the other coach, especially like in my case, I talked to the other special teams coordinator about how we're going to do practice, organize it, make sure it's done the right way for the players and for the head coaches, obviously. We have to communicate. The coordinators have to communicate with each other, how we're running the special teams period, tempo, everything. And coach, that's outlined by the head coach first, and then you as a coordinator have to talk to the special teams coordinator and make sure you guys are on the same page. All right, whose equipment staff is spotting the ball, who's got field goal, who's going to what field for field goal, all of those different things. I mean, it's a task, especially when you got two teams on one field like that. And, I know the other coordinator, I know quite a bit of guys on that staff. You guys know I worked with Coach McDaniel for a long time, maybe 10, 12 years, very close friend, really good coach. All right, and we got a damn good coach here too so I'm looking forward to it.
If you use Soldier Field as like a special, this is the time where we can really
teach the special teams because you can't really replicate the environment of Soldier Field with how the wind comes through there, things like that. Is that kind of like the big day for you?
Yeah, Pat, we talked about that in the meeting. It was a focal point because we wanted to simulate that as a game, go in there, coach did an awesome job putting us through pregame warm up, what pregame warm up would be like, went through the stretch line, all of that stuff you saw, our pregame routine. So that was excellent. And then for the kickers and the returners to get in there and feel the wind, it wasn't as windy as I would have liked, but it was, that would have given more experience, but it is a great opportunity to get in there in front of the fans and run around and play some ball.
You mentioned that-
From Troy Taylor, his development, how do you measure it?
Yeah, I mean, you measure his development from this year to last year. So where he was, every rep that he took last year around this time, you look at what it was last year compared to his charts, to all the stuff that we do on film and analytically, when you look at it and see where his numbers are, and they have grown tremendously. So that's how we measure it. And then, how he is as a person and how much more mature he is now and how he's working now is definitely showing in his punting. He's hitting the ball really well right now. I mean, he hit some of those out the back of the end zone the other day. Returner couldn't even get to it. So
You mentioned Mike McDaniel. What stood out about him when you guys worked together, and did you see him as kind of a future head coach?
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I saw him as a future head coach. Yeah, we worked together in Houston. Not only did we work together and share the same office, in that office it was myself, Matt LaFleur, and Robert Saleh, all in one office on Gary Kubiak's staff. So you kind of see, who wants to grind, who wants to work, who has the X's and O's down, who has great personality. I've been very fortunate to be around a number of guys that become head coaches. D'Amico Ryans is another one. I shared office with Sean McVay. So I've been fortunate. I know what a good coach looked like because I've been around all of them. So I can tell you for a fact, we got a damn good head coach here. A damn good head coach. I'm just telling you. I know what they look like. I've been around them. So, and it worked for Mike Shanahan, John Fox, Gary Kubiak, all Super Bowl winning or went to Super Bowl head coaches. So,
How long did it take for you to realize when Ben came in? I see that in him.
yeah, I mean, you always, because he was on the opposing team, you always kind of knew who he was and things like that, but I had never worked with him. But I knew from afar when I watched some of his press conferences or some of that stuff, I was like, the guy's pretty sharp. But then when you work with him and you can see the attention to detail and how he meticulously looks at everything, no matter what it is, dives deep into things, all right, and has an eye. Real head coaches have an eye for things when they happen, all right, and they're able to anticipate stuff. And like, I'm just telling you, like I'm just telling you, and I ain't sit up here and talk about it forever. But you guys just watch. We got a good head coach. I've been around a lot of them. All right, damn good, special.
Is there anything he's done specifically with the way he structured practices that has helped you on special teams get what you need to get done?
Yeah, he's, like I told you all before, he's heavily involved with special teams, always in meetings, in practice, whatever we need. And then after practice, always asking us, did you get what you need? Or did you get what you need in that period? Do you need more time? Do you need, like, how can I help? And for me, like, for us, that's worth $1 million, right? Just the interaction and the involvement that he has. So he goes above and beyond to try to help not only our area, all areas. He does the same thing with DA. He does the same thing with other people throughout the building. So I wouldn't look at him and say, well, damn, that's the first time head coach with the coaches I've been around. All right. And I'm just telling you guys the truth. All right. I don't want to make it seem like we got to sit here and kiss his butt. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? He knows I don't do that. I'm just telling you the truth. You ask me the question, I'm always going to tell you the truth. So I see a special guy in that way.